I had always loved social events, parties, game nights, casual get-togethers, but ever since I met Leo, my so-called friend, that enjoyment slowly turned into dread. At first, it was subtle. He'd make jokes at my expense in front of the group, the kind that made me laugh nervously while my face burned red. Then came the public interruptions, mispronouncing my name, sharing embarrassing anecdotes from private conversations, or deliberately tripping me up during group games. One night at my birthday party, he topped it. He announced a story from my college days that was mortifying, exaggerating it for laughs. Everyone laughed, I froze, and I realized the pattern. He was using social settings to humiliate me, all while pretending to be my friend. The sting of betrayal cut deep. I trusted him, confided in him, and he weaponized that trust for public amusement. After that night, I felt a mixture of shame, anger, and confusion. I wanted to call him out immediately, but I knew that if I reacted impulsively, he'd spin the story and make me look paranoid. Instead, I began observing him. Every party, every group interaction, I noted his patterns. The types of jokes he made, the timing, the friends who laughed unquestioningly, and the moments he chose to embarrass me. I also started collecting evidence, screenshots of messages where he joked about me to others, social media posts subtly mocking me, and even recordings from group chats. The more I observed, the more predictable his behavior became. He thrived on attention, on the awkward pauses he created, and on others' laughter at my expense. I realized that the only way to stop him was to turn his strategy back on him and make it public. The idea hit me one morning, a staged cringe trap at the next social gathering. The plan had to be subtle, perfect, and foolproof. I couldn't risk him discovering it in advance. I created a fake scenario, a staged group challenge disguised as a fun social experiment, where participants would take turns sharing personal stories or performing tasks live. Each segment was designed to lure Leo into showing his true colors. I also planted hints, fake gossip, and accidental messages suggesting that everyone was aware of some secret embarrassment, making him paranoid and confident that he could hijack the situation. The trap had multiple layers, each intended to expose his behavior while keeping me safe from ridicule. The party night arrived. Friends were excited for a casual game night, unaware of the setup. I welcomed Leo warmly, concealing my anticipation. The first rounds were innocuous, simple tasks, jokes, and icebreakers. Leo tried his usual tactics, inserting sly jabs and minor embarrassments, but I carefully deflected and noted everything. Then came the stage segment. Friends were instructed to share secrets or perform harmless dares. I subtly prompted topics that would provoke Leo's instinct to embarrass me. Within minutes, he couldn't resist. He leaned in, prepared to humiliate me publicly. Just as Leo was about to launch into his routine, I introduced the first reveal. A message popped up on a screen in the room, screenshots of him joking about me in group chats. Friends murmured in surprise, realizing that the public jokes weren't spontaneous but premeditated. Leo's confident smirk faltered. I kept adding layers, subtle hints from mutual friends, accidental reveals, and recordings of him planning pranks at previous events. Every attempt he made to save face only worsened his exposure. The room's atmosphere shifted. Friends began whispering, glancing between him and me. The tension was electric. The climax arrived during the final challenge segment. I projected multiple clips, texts, and evidence of Leo's manipulations live. Each layer exposed his pattern, the private jokes, the premeditated embarrassments, and the way he cultivated attention at my expense. Leo froze. He tried to spin excuses, claiming it was all in good fun, but by now, the evidence was overwhelming. Friends who had been quietly uncomfortable finally spoke up, confirming his antics. The public exposure was complete. Leo's confidence crumbled, and the laughter shifted from me to him. The atmosphere was a mix of shock, vindication, and satisfaction. In the days that followed, Leo's reputation took a hit. Friends were more cautious, private jokes were no longer tolerated, and he became socially isolated in certain circles. Meanwhile, I regained confidence and trust in my social interactions. I realized that public humiliation, when justified, can be a powerful form of accountability, not vindictiveness, but a necessary correction. After the event, I reflected deeply. Was exposing Leo in such a public manner excessive? Could I have handled it more privately? I concluded that the action was proportional. Leo's behavior had been repeated, deliberate, and harmful to my social well-being. Strategic, well-planned exposure revealed the truth without me stooping to his level. The experience taught me lessons about vigilance, self-respect, and emotional intelligence. Revenge doesn't have to be cruel, it can be strategic, just, and morally sound. Weeks later, social dynamics normalized. Leo's antics were no longer tolerated, and mutual friends approached me privately to express relief that the truth was out. I felt closure, not satisfaction from humiliation, but from justice and reclaimed dignity. I walked away, knowing I had acted strategically, protected myself, and restored integrity to my social circle. For viewers, social betrayal can hurt deeply, but patience, evidence, and clever planning can turn the tables completely. Justice can be satisfying without losing moral grounding.
Thank you for being here. If you enjoyed this, go watch the one on the left and don't forget to hit like and subscribe to the channel for more tales of triumph over injustice and a saga of ultimate revenge.